Mike, India are a powerhouse team and one that Australia's had some really fierce competition with in recent periods, a really great rivalry. They're tough competition on the subcontinent. How do you think here in Sri Lanka, is that going to be suitable for their game or more suited to our game?
Oh, it's hard to say, really. I think we've had some great success against them in subcontinental conditions, so we can certainly take a lot of confidence from that, particularly in the short formats of the game. Leading into this match, I think it's a huge match. The first one of the Super 8s, if you can just get off to that winning start, it does set you up for the last two matches in a lot better position, I guess. It's going to be a really tough match. We're going to have to. I think it might ebb and flow quite a bit because they will use a lot of spin to us. I think they might start with some try and get the ball to swing, but then I think they'll go to a lot of spin bowling. So it's important that we bat well in partnerships. If they keep picking up wickets at regular occasions, then they'll be able to have a spinner bowling to a new batsman, which can be a little bit difficult to get away. So I think that's going to be a crucial part of the game.
You talked there about India having a lot of spinners. You've recently come from the UAE playing against Pakistan. Before that, had a Darwin training camp where the focus was very much playing spin bowling. Do you feel prepared for what India are going to throw at you?
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. We've had some really tough spinners to play against through the UAE and against Pakistan. And yeah, it was tough, and that's got to be good preparation, it has to. I guess the hardest thing is that we haven't seen the Indians for a while now, so there is a small adjustment period getting used to the types of balls they're bowling again. But we will do our homework with the video footage and things like that to try and familiarise ourselves, but it's not quite the same as being out in the middle. So what we're going to have to do is adapt really, really quickly, make very clear decisions and make them quickly, and hopefully we can come out on top.
You're one of Chennai's favourite sons, a regular in the IPL. You've played against a lot of these guys. Do you think that benefit of having played a lot of cricket against the Indian players, whether it's them as a collective team or individually across their IPL teams, holds the Australian players in good stead for knowing what they're going to throw at us?
I think it's definitely an advantage. The more you play against someone, the more you get used to what variations they have, what sort of pace they bowl, how they're trying to take their wickets, all that kind of stuff. So it's got to be an advantage, and it's got to be an advantage to play against them in subcontinental conditions. So yeah, that's from that point of view, it's a real plus for us, and we can also impart a lot of our knowledge that we know on their guys, to the rest of the team as well, because we have a lot of the guys have played with and against a lot of the Indian guys. So we will definitely be using that to our advantage.
A lot of talk about the Indian team and just how strong their batting lineup is, or their different spinners, but Australia's got a good team. Who do you think the match winners are going to be? The people that really need to make their put a stamp on the game for Australia to win the match?
Well, it's the way we start either end. If we start with the bat, then it's really important that Watto and Davey Warner get us off to a good start, which they've been fantastic at doing. If you can just get the momentum going your way early, it really does set up the game for us. So probably the top 1, 2 and 3 batsmen are really important to establish some good partnerships and good platform at the start. That's really important. And similarly with the ball, it's really important to start well in those first 4 to 6 overs. If we can pick up a couple of early wickets in that time, it really does put the opposition back on the heels a little bit. And they're reacting to what we're doing rather than trying to force the pace of the game. So I think the starts of both innings are incredibly important and can set the momentum for the whole match.
And just finally, we've seen the weather have a bit of an impact over here so far. A bit of talk in the media about the timing of the tournament being in monsoon, but do you think there's an advantage to winning the toss? So if it does look like it could potentially have a bit of rain that evening, is that a massive advantage whether or not the coin falls your way?
Well, it's difficult, and I've always been a little bit hesitant to play the game and hoping rain's going to come along. You can't plan for rain sometimes. Sometimes the forecast is for a deluge of rain and nothing ever comes, and sometimes there's no rain forecast and it does rain. So I don't like to plan my games around if it's going to rain or not. But having said that, there is a distinct advantage through Duckworth Lewis for the team batting second.